Hello, this is Anne, and today I'll be talking about problem E from the 2012 NACLO Open Round. This problem is called Traevölörs Freisbuk, and we are given 30 words in a language that turns out to be American English, but written phonetically following the spelling conventions from another language. And in this problem, we have to sort these words into 6 categories of 5 and name them following the Freisbuk language. So we are given one category of numbers, and then we are given 2 words from 2 other categories. So for this problem, what I would start off with is trying to figure out what do these phonetic transcriptions of these words say. So I'll just go through and try my best to do as many as I can. So the first one is turquoise, so I'm assuming that's probably going to be turquoise, like the color. And then the second is banana, which I'm not quite sure about yet, so I'll just skip that for now. The third one, sortie, is also I'm not sure about. But the fourth one, pool, I'm guessing it's going to be like a swimming pool or the pool game. Number 5, I also don't think I know, so I'll just skip that for now. 6, brawn, is probably going to be like brown color with like turquoise. 7, cake, might be like cake. But I'm not sure about these for now, so I'll just write down what I first think of, and then maybe I'll change this later on as I get more information. 8, 1 probably fits into the number categories for 1. 9, poker, like poker. 10, watermelon. 11, goose, like the bird. 12, purple. 13, 6. That's also going to go into numbers category. I'm going to skip 14 for now. 15, gray, like the color. 16, ice cream, guess. 17, it might be figs, but I'll just write that down and come back to it later. 18, chicken. 19, yellow, so I think one of the categories is going to be colors for turquoise, purple, yellow, gray, and brown. 20, dark, might be duck. 21, checkers, might be like games. 22, cookies. 23, tennis. 24, fudge, I guess, like dessert. 2500. 26, turkey. 27, pineapple. 28, golf. 29, 3, might be 3, and then 30 grapes for fruit. So after I went through this, I have like 4 missing, but I'll first sort them into some of the categories that I saw were pretty clear while doing it, and then I'll go back and see which ones of these are like fitting into the categories. So for the first one, the category is numbers, and we have 8, which is 1. We have 13, 6. I'll like cross them out. We have 29, 3. Oh, and we have 2500. So I think one of the 4 that we haven't filled out yet will be part of the numbers. And then a category I thought was pretty clear was colors. And I'll just write that in like American English first, and then we can see if there's we can see the Freisbuk language for it. So we have 7, which is cake, and 15, which is gray. So the colors category would actually go to the very bottom because that's where 15 is. And then I guess 7 might be the desserts category. Okay, so then for colors we have turquoise, which is 1. We have 6 brown, 19 yellow, and 12 purple. So I'm gonna then cross those out. 12, 19. Oh, and then we also had 15, which was given to us as gray. Okay. Then for desserts, we have cake, which is 7. We have ice cream, which is 16. We have cookies and fudge, which are 22 and 24. And I'm guessing that one of the 4 that are missing is going to be the last one for desserts. And then we can do fruits, I think, because we have watermelon. I'll put fruits in the second one. We have watermelon, which is 10. Figs, I guess, 17. So figs was probably the correct one. We have pineapple and we have grapes, which are 27 and 30. And then we have, I guess, a like games category. I'll put that in the 4th one down. Here there's 4, which is pool. Poker is a game. It's 9. There's checkers, which is 21. Tennis, 23. and Golf 28. There's poker. And then the last category is birds. And for birds, we have chicken 18, duck 20, 26, which is turkey, 11 goose, and then one of the missing. So now that we have the categories, we can just go through the 4 missing ones, which are 2, 3, 5, and 14, and see which category they best fit into and what words you can possibly mean. So fruits, I'm guessing, would be 2, and that's like banana, even though it's like spelled weirdly. And then 3 might be 30, because like we have 29, which was 3, and that started with a Z instead of like a TH. That would go into the numbers category. And then 5, quail, might be like the bird quail. And then that would go into the birds category for 5. And lastly, 14, like we have the D, like Z sound, I think, oh yeah, in fudge, and that was like a J sound, so this might be like jello. So 14, jello, desserts category, and we're done with sorting the words. But now we have to write all these categories in the Freisbuk language. So fruits. I'm gonna like erase the stuff that I crossed out so we can see like more of the Freisbuk language. Okay, so fruits. Well, we have fudge, which makes the same F sound, so I'm assuming that F would be probably written the same way. And then we have R in a lot of other words that also is written like just in regular R, like in brown and gray, it's just an R. But then we see that the vowels, there's like a lot of O sounds and U sounds, which like represent the sounds that we have in English. So fruits, like it's a U, and then that's like similar to in 4 with like the pool, it's the same sound. So I'll say that it's the 2 U's. And then T is probably the same, like in turquoise and turkey. And we end with an S sound, but like we can see that in many of the plural sounds we have like goose and 6, like the fruits, the S sound is like with 2 S's, so it might look like this in the Freisbuk language. And then we have desserts. I'm guessing that the D sound would be the same, since like in 100 it's still just a D. And then the E in desserts, it's more of like an E, like an was represented by an I. And I think that would probably be an I. And then we have the two S's, but desserts, it's like the S sound isn't that strong, so it might be like in cookies or figs, like that S, instead of the fruits S, which is like the two S's, so this might just be one S. And then we have the E sound in desserts. It's more like a oo sound. And I think that it would be like double O with an umlaut. So like those are two dots. And then it might just end like the same way that like fruits ends. So RTSS, desserts, in the Freisbuk language. And then games. So we have like grapes and gray, which have like the G sound being a GH, so we can put that down. And then aims, there isn't much of an A sound in the 31. It's words, so I'm assuming that the A will be replaced with something else. So it's like, it might be like in 15 gray, we have the A sound. In games, it's the same A sound, so that might be in EI. And then we have M the same like in melon, and we end with an S, one S, because it's not like the fruits S, which is two S's. It's more of like checkers S, that's not that pronounced. So it'll just be games like that in the Freisbuk language. And then birds. So the B will stay there, and then the birds, that I sound, think it's sort of like the number 12 purple sound for like this start, or in like 26 Turkey. So I'll say that that's the O with the umlaut, and then SRDS stay the same. There's like not much change in the consonants, it's mainly with the vowels. And then lastly we have colors. So here, like, I think instead of a C, it might be with like a K. Like cookies, the starting C is a K. And also like the C is like, it's more of like a hard K sound. So if like, maybe in checkers, it's like the CH goes together, so it remains the same. Also like chicken. And it's also not like an S sound, so I think the C here would be represented with a K. And then the colors, the O's, well, I think that the ending O would be like the ending for 21 of checkers, because like colors and checkers, their endings do sound the same. And then the first O, think like colors and 100, like that type of O. So I'll just do one O with a umlaut, L, and then the ending for checkers, just O with the umlaut, and then the RS. And I think that this is sort of an accurate Freisbuk translation for these words. And obviously we can check the words from the list, making sure that they match with the categories and that there's no repeats. But yeah, I think that this problem is a bit more focused on your pronunciation of English, and that might be the hard part, trying to figure out what the words in the, like what the 30 words mean. And obviously, like, this is just how I did the first part, was like trying to figure that out, but maybe like the 4 words that I was missing, they were really obvious to you, so then you guys could do that first and then move on to the other parts. Or maybe there's like some of the words that I figured out that weren't as obvious to you guys, so you had to use the words that you know and then try to solve for the other ones. But overall, I think that just trying to first find out what these words are and then try to see what categories they fit into is like a good strategy that works well. Okay, guess that's it. Bye.